Petey Beats here from Pop Turn. I speaking to Felipe Otaño about Society of the Snow, which is streaming now worldwide on Netflix. #1 movie globally in over 80 countries. Welcome to the show, man. Bienvenido a la entrevista.
Thanks a lot. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. It's interesting because I'm sure you talk to your family and friends and cast about this because the movie goes to some film festivals, then people go to see it in the movie theaters, and then there's the announcement that it goes to Netflix, and people from all around the world are watching it. It's crazy right now, right around Oscar nomination season. What's it like seeing the reception on Netflix? It's pretty crazy.
No, it's quite crazy. It's being like very massive. We knew that this was going to like pop out since the beginning, but I never thought that it was going to be like this kind of product. That I'm receiving messages from people of all the ages, like getting mad with the movie. So I'm very happy. I could not expect more than this.
No, absolutely. I want to know about the audition process. I know from talking to a lot of your cast, it was a very long process.
Yeah.
But like, what was it like auditioning? Did you audition for a few characters? Did you audition for the character you played? Like, I'm just curious about that.
Well, no, I only at first we didn't know for what character we were auditioning, but once I knew, I only went for that one, for Carlitos. When we did all the casting process, they sent us the scenes, but they changed the names because of terms of confidential.
Yeah.
And once in a casting, I was with the casting director, and I asked her, because I read the book, but these are not the names. No, you have changed. Yeah, we have changed. Okay, so maybe can I guess for what character I'm casting? And she went like, because of in terms of age and lookalike, I think that I'm going for Carlitos. And she went like, whoa.
Yeah, how did you know?
I had the feeling, and that's it. They were watching me for Carlitos.
Yeah, and Carlitos has a lot of very good scenes, especially with Agustin Padilla, who plays Nando. There's some nice scenes there, very emotional. And that's my next question. I mean, from a viewer perspective, watching this movie, there's a lot of difficult scenes because there's the physical kind of components of the crash and the avalanches, but also kind of like the mental state of mind and emotions of these characters. So I'm just curious, Felipe, if there was one scene in particular that you would say was the hardest scene to film in Society of the Snow.
Well, I think that maybe we'll all say the same, that all the part of the alud. I don't remember the English word for that.
The avalanche?
The avalanche. All that was,
of course.
Yeah, because we were like 2 weeks shooting that scene, not only the entrance but all the time that they got trapped in, and it was like all day working over snow that at first is snow, but then it turns into ice, and we had like to dig in the ice, and our fingers were like hurting. I remember a moment that I was like searching for Coco, and I was digging, and I got my hands quite cold, and somebody gave me like a hot bag so that I could recover the temperature, but I went like from freezing cold to heat, and I had like my fingers started hurting in such a way that it was like desesperante. Fuck. but like
did you get frostbite?
Like, yeah. And I felt like I was like knives in my fingers, and
it was frostbite. Yeah.
And also those things were like very hard emotionally and physically, and we were quite tired. The diet was coming into a next level, so we were very hungry. We were like we weren't sleeping very much nor well, and I don't know. There were like many factors that made that very harsh.
That avalanche scene made me cry because of the fact that it's the first time we see your characters like relaxing and talking.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It goes.
Was that tough watching that back? Like when you watch the movie?
Um, before
Well,
we
you knew
watched the
what was going to
movie,
happen too, right? Because you
yeah,
told
we
me.
knew what was gonna happen, and I personally I had seen the part once they got trapped,
Yeah.
while the director showed us that part like quite long ago, so I knew what I was going to watch. But it has something like so. The movie is rhythm. It,
Yeah.
it takes you like in a trip, and there you're relaxed with them, and then it's not again. so
Yeah.
so yeah. It's hard because I feel that for example here people in Argentina and in Uruguay. Uh, Almost everybody knows the story.
Yeah.
Anyway, uh, they go through the process of what the characters were lived. So
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if you know what happens. You're going to get into with them. You're there with them. You suffer with them. So yeah, it was hard.
Yeah, and your director Bayona, he's a genius. Like he's
Oof.
incredible. Like what was that like working with him? What were the conversations like? Like it's incredible.
Well, at first it was like he's a director with like quite respect or distance, but more from us. He from the first moment he invited us to his house. He
Yeah.
made like different things so that we get close to each other. He
Yeah.
worked a lot for like to creating that group, and he was part of that group. He's like very human, very sensitive, and we became friends. Now that he's not anymore our directors, we are friends. Um, no, I don't know. He's great. He did everything so that we could do this in our best way, and
Absolutely.
like giving us the space for exploration for everything. I don't know. I'm quite grateful with him.
Absolutely. And we have to give a shout out to the crew. The crew of this movie
Yeah.
is just incredible. And you could say, because if there's no crew, there's no movie. And I'm sure everyone would agree. Like the cast, you all did an amazing job, but like the hair and makeup, and like
Yes.
the effects, like the camera,
Everything.
cinematographer. You
Everything
can
is
say it in
perfect.
Spanish. Give a shout out to the crew in Spanish, man. Like they deserve
No,
it.
aguante el equipo técnico, lo dieron todo. Yeah, they did everything like they were like we were all one. It was not like cast crew.
Yeah.
We were all in the same trip, and it was a massive crew.
Yeah.
I don't know, like. And when we went to other places, because we worked in Spain, in Uruguay, and sometimes the crew got like renewed, and everybody was like giving their 100%. I know. I believe that you can see that in the movie. But yeah, the work, the technical work is incredible.
What was it like working with everyone, like the cast? Because I know there's a lot of you from Buenos Aires, so I'm wondering if you knew anyone before you filmed. And like everyone's like family now, like it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, we're really family. We have our chat that we talk like daily,
Yeah.
and we see each other quite. We play a lot of football together once a week. No, we became family. I didn't know anybody,
Oh, you didn't know
but
anyone? Because a few people knew a few.
no, I probably had like somebody in common with one, but I got to know that like quite later. I only once in a casting met Pardela, but
Yeah.
maybe I didn't even talk with him. So I didn't know anybody.
Yeah.
But when we went, sorry, the last part of the casting that we went 3 weeks to Uruguay,
Yep.
even there we became like very close, and all this group thing began.
And it's interesting too because, the movie is so real. Like it's so real. And Netflix the Hispania account did like I don't know if you saw recently, they took the photos, like the photo shoots of the real crash and the movie, and it looks the same. Like I don't know if you saw that. Like, it's
Yeah.
crazy, man.
Yeah, well, I believe that since it's quite an incredible story, the movie is very rich because it's true in every detail.
Yes.
We read a lot. we studied a lot, and we had Pablo Bierzi, that is the writer of La Sociedad de la Nieve, the book.
Yeah.
He's an Uruguayan journalist that went into the same school of all these kids.
Yeah.
And
it was very authentic.
We had him.
Yeah, it was very real.
Yeah. So like everything, it's like, well, for example, I use my hair in this way. Carlitos used it in this way. So during all the movie, I had to use it this way. I was suffering, but those details,
Yeah.
But if we didn't do that from the first moment, once we recreated the pictures, it would be different if I had the hair to the other side.
100%. And the film is available now on Netflix. It's one of the best movies of the year. I want everyone to watch it, and because it's such a perfect film, but it's an important film, and I want everyone to watch it. Felipe, muchas gracias, man. This was so great chatting.
No, thank you. Thank you, Piri.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
You have an Instagram account if people want to keep up to date with it, right? What is the handle?
Yeah. Felipe Otaño. Otaño with the Spanish N that has the
perfect.
Pipe González Otaño.
Yeah, no, I was about to say your Instagram is it's not your name. It's like Pipe, it's something else, right?
Yeah, Pipe is my surname. González is my father's second name that Otaño is my mother's name.
But if they put Felipe Otaño in Instagram, they'll find it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's right.
This has been Popternative, youtube.com/Popternative. Previous episodes. Until next time, this is Felipe Otaño and Piri Beats signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.